Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I recently did a video, I'll link it for you in the description box down below, where I told you what my top 3 was in every category in my makeup stash, with the exception of lips, because if you know me at all, I am obsessed. So I am forever trying new things, and I thought it might be fun to do a top 3. And this isn't every single category in my lip collection because, come on, I could not put that all in a single video. But these are kind of like the high points of my lip collection. By the way, if you have any questions, make sure and leave them down below. Always do my best to get back to everybody's comment or answer questions as much as possible. All right, let's start with what I'm wearing right now, and that is a lip balm. I live for a good lip balm, and the one I'm wearing right now is this. This is the OG formula of balm.com. The reason I say that it's the OG is because a year and a half ago, they decided to release a vegan formula. Nobody liked it. The original formula had lanolin, had petrolatum, it had beeswax. And so when they made it vegan, they took out the beeswax and the lanolin. And I just feel like the formula wasn't as nice. It wasn't as thick, it wasn't as occlusive, it wasn't as hydrating. And I love that this is now available at Sephora, so I can walk into a store and pick them up. Sadly, the prices have gone up. I remember when these were, what, $8 or $9 a piece? Then they were $10 a piece, then they were $12, then they were $14, now they're $16. So prices have gone up, but I love these so much. I still have one of the ones in the old packaging. This is the rose one in the old packaging, but she's nearly out, and a limited edition cookie butter. But the one that I'm wearing right now is the shade Strawberry. It is a beautiful, hydrating, really comfortable, smells like strawberry shortcake. The doll strawberry shortcake. If you ever had one of those as you were a kid, super easy to wear. And because it isn't too heavy, if you shear it out, you can use it other places too. Like I could completely rub it into the back of my hand and you would never even know it was there. So if you ever need hydration for dry cuticles, for chapped elbows, for your under eyes, and yes, I do slug in the winter time with one of these under my eyes before I go to bed every night. I could probably use Aquaphor as well, but just because I forget to do it, and this is by my bedside, I usually have a clear because I don't want to get any color on my pillowcase, but it is one of my favorite things ever. Here's one that completely surprised me. I was so sure I was never going to get one of these because I was like, I'm just not going to buy into the hype, until someone told me it dramatically changed the texture of their lips. This is the Ulla Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. I have the one here in Strawberry Sorbet. Oh my goodness, this is so good. So it is very similar to the new applicator that you have in the balm.com. It's a slant tip, plastic tube packaging. It's really pretty. It's not quite as pigmented as the one from Glossier, but it is glossier. So if you like something that is going to give you the longevity of kind of like a shiny lip gloss, but it's not sticky. I think that's important to note. You can over apply it and then it will kind of puddle in the corners, but as long as I don't do that, this feels so nourishing on my lips. And the person who told me that they, within a week of using this, they noticed that their lip lines were not as severe. And I'm not talking the ones around the edge of the lips, but more like the ones on the surface of their lips. And I was like, really? And I know that when I use this, and I used it nonstop for like 4 weeks straight, and I finally was like, you can't just only use one thing, you gotta use other stuff too in your collection. My lips really did look a ton better. If you're a lip balm person, this one I feel like is worth the hype. Another one to me that is worth the hype is this one from Edam. This is called the Shoo Shoo Lip Softening Balm, and I have the one in Bissap Glaze. Okay, this color is beautiful. This is a little bit different packaging wise because it has a metal slant tip applicator that makes applying this, I mean, it's cooling as I'm putting this on, and I don't ever feel like I get too much. I love this color. It also has a really nice sweet scent to it. All of these balms smell really good. This one here is just delicious. I like the bright silver packaging. It feels a little bit heavier duty than the one from Ole Henriksen or the one from Glossier. And the metal tip in here just really kind of elevates the experience. It's easier to clean, I find, than the other ones that are plastic. But it is, first of all, just a really beautiful, easy to wear, nice, and very nourishing lip balm. Let's talk lip oils and lip glosses. The reason I kind of lump them together is I tend to have less lip gloss, just traditional gloss. I'm not as much of a gloss person as I am somebody who wants treatment along with everything else. So I'm not as much there for the shine as I am for the hydration. My lips, the older I get, the more hydration they need. So let me start with one of my all-time favorites. This is a limited edition shade, so you can't get this shade anymore. But this is from Beauty Pie. This is the Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil. Because this is one of those products that claims to be both a gloss and a lip oil, you know, I feel like a lot of people are doing that these days. But this is one of those that I have loved this since the first time I tried it 4 years ago in 2020. And despite the price going up, because I think these are now in the teens as well, like $14 or $16 a piece when they used to be $7. $7. I still buy these because I love these. This is my favorite lip gloss formula because it offers nourishment. It hangs tight. My lips always look better. It doesn't sink and puddle. It doesn't stick to itself and string and pull like a cheese pull. This is just beautiful. And obviously, I like it so much that I have a ton of them. You can see this one's almost empty. These two guys are basically empty, but I'm not going to let them go until I pull out the stopper and I use my little tiny spatula to get every last drop. I do think there's a fifth one of these hiding in one of my handbags though. Another favorite lip oil is from Milani. This is the Fruit Fetish lip oil, and my favorite shade is the Blackberry Agave. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I've already gone through an entire tube of this. I think this color debuted last year in the late summer. I think they came out with a line of nudes, and I fell head over heels for this and plowed through a whole container in about 2.5 months. Forgot to show you the one from Beauty Pie, but here is the Milani. What's great about both of these is that they're significantly shiny. They have that really nice shiny, and they stay where you put them. I don't find that they find all of my lip lines and instantly start to go outside my lip. And I am so grateful for that because a lot of lip oils, the thinner the formula, the more likely it is for that to happen. And these guys are just a hair tacky, not in a bad, sticky, goopy way, but as in like they're gonna stay where you put them and they're not gonna like melt more with the heat of your face and then just really trail everywhere. That's what I really like about this. I would say the formulas to these two are kind of similar. This one's easier to get because you can get it at your local drugstore. I think they're about $12 or $13 a piece. I know the price for everything keeps changing. Everything keeps going up due to inflation. But this is one that I've purchased so many of. I do have another shade in a purse. I do have a shade called Cranberry. This is a formula that I really like, enough so that I have multiples. Last lip oil is a legit lip oil. And it's the Clarins lip oil. Look, I'm to the point where I'm almost out. Oh, I love this lip oil so much. This one, by the way, is the shade Chocolate. This is one that I was obsessed with last summer. It was the first time I had ever tried one of the Clarins lip oils. And I know you're going, wait, what? I tell you, I'm not a lip gloss sort of person. So anything that's lip gloss, lip oil is kind of like, well, I don't know. Is it worth the luxury price? Because this is like what, $32, $30, and for me that's a lot to spend on a lip gloss. I don't know, well, I will easily plunk down $30+ for a lipstick, but a lip gloss, and I think it's because I go through them so much quicker. I feel like there's that portion of it, whereas a lipstick I don't need as much because I don't know. I apply gloss and lip oils with wild abandon. This one right here is the shade Chocolate. The one thing you want to keep in mind, and maybe it's not an issue for you, but it is for me, that some of the Clarins lip oils have a pH adjuster in them, meaning that if you put them on, it'll turn a shade of hot pink. And some people, the pH adjuster isn't as aggressive on them. On me, like it's like 1987 all over my lips, and then it stains, and the only thing to get it off is like lip exfoliation. And sometimes I can get it off with like a oil cleanser or something, but it's there, and it's there for a while. So I don't really like the shade of pink that pH adjusters turn on me, so I stay away from them at every possible moment. But not all of the Clarins lip oils have the pH adjuster, because this one doesn't, and this one's beautiful. Let's talk about some satin lipsticks. These are lipsticks that are creamy, that have a little bit of shine to them, and are comfortable and nourishing on the lips. First one that I love so much is Luxuriously Lucent from Lisa Eldridge. At this point, we're talking about formulas. We're not talking about colors, but I do love this shade. This one is Spirited Away. Here is Spirited Away. What I love about this is that it's not nearly as opaque as some satin lipsticks. Some satin lipsticks are so like heavy duty that they completely obliterate the color of my natural lip. I feel like Lisa's Luxuriously Lucents have a sheerness to them where my lip color contributes to the overall color I get in the end when I apply the lipstick. And I really like that. I find that these last for about 2.5 hours. They are a thinner, lighter weight lipstick, but they're very comfortable, they're very nourishing, and super easy to apply a lot of times without a mirror. Another satin that I love is from Dior. The satin formula here is absolutely gorgeous. This one, by the way, is the shade 720. This is the shade named Econ. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. What I like about this formula is the ease with which it applies. There are some satin formulas that, although they are supposed to be kind of like a cream, they don't go on easily. They kind of grab a little bit, and it feels more like a matte lipstick. These just glide so easily, very nourishing, very hydrating. I love that this formula lasts a good 4.5 to 5 hours on me. I'm a tidy eater. I drink from water bottles, water glasses, coffee mugs throughout the day. And I find that if I'm doing a lot of drinking and a little bit of snacking, I will have to touch up the center. But if it's just me being busy all day and I haven't had a chance to snack or drink too much, I find that this lasts on my lips for a good 4.5 to 5 hours, which I think is fantastic. The one thing you do want to keep in mind is that there's a fragrance to these. The other thing that I love is that they're refillable, and the refills, the new refills, because they reformulated these in December last year, fit the old packaging. Okay, so if you have one of the old satins or the old mattes and you run out of that, you could buy yourself a whole new lipstick with a new component, or you could just get the refill, and the refill will fit the old packaging, which is ideal. Another favorite of mine is the Rosa Valentino formula, and this one is their satin lipstick. Okay, I forgot how much I love their bright red. I think this is 22R. This is one of those that I could just continue to apply and apply and apply because it feels so good. Another one that is refillable. That is really nice about this. I do prefer the new Valentino lipstick for packaging because this is a little clunky and red. It's okay, but it's not the most luxurious packaging out there. But the formula is absolutely stellar. Stellar. This is the red that I wore on my birthday this year, and it lasted through an entire dinner out. You know, with whatever we were eating, appetizers, salad, entree, dessert, like the whole shebang. This is beautiful. And this is one of those because it is creamy. It is going to transfer to things. But I find that especially with the bold color like this, and I do have a really pale pink in this formula that I really love, is that if I get to the point where I have a bare spot in the middle, I can either smush my lips together or use my fingers to pull color down from the Cupid's bow or up from the bottom of my lip and fill in that patch in the middle, and it works really well. So I don't always have to pull this out to reapply, but this is beautiful. It reapplies over the top of itself beautifully, and if you're not eating and drinking, it can last a good 5-6 hours. This is fantastic, and my lips are always so soft after wearing this formula. And a swatch before I wipe them all off. This is 22R from Valentino in their satin formula. Let's talk about my favorite mattes. Obviously, I'm going to have a Lisa Eldridge in here. Lisa's Velvet formula is my favorite matte lipstick formula. This shade is beautiful. This is Velvet Sorcery. Wrong color. This is Velvet Enchantment. I was like, this is not Velvet Sorcery. All right, Velvet Enchantment. It's a beautiful everyday wearable red that is a little bit dialed down. It's not quite as punchy as the Valentino, but still a beautiful, beautiful red. The reason I love this velvet formula is because it glides like a satin lipstick, like a creamy lipstick, just goes right on, keeps my lips hydrated. I don't know how that is with a matte, and still is perfectly matte on the lips. It's super, super comfortable to wear, and it wears like a champ. I love this formula. This is literally my favorite matte formula, and I have almost every shade that Lisa makes in this formula. Another favorite matte is from Dior. This is the Velvet Matte. I think there's a matte formula and the Velvet Matte, but the Velvet Matte is absolutely stunning. This is the shade Tendresse. It's shade number 724. Like the Lisa Eldridge, I love how creamy and easy it is to apply this. It doesn't feel like one of those old dry formulas for matte lipsticks where as you're putting it on, it's tugging at the lips or skittering across and not placing color evenly all the way as you're applying it. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Here's what Tendresse looks like. A very easy to wear kind of mauve nude shade. It's super, super comfortable and lasts a really long time. Last favorite matte formula is the Soft Matte from Prada. I love this formula. This is the only lipstick I have. I keep telling myself I don't need more lipstick, but if I was gonna buy another expensive luxury lipstick, it would be another one of these soft mattes from Prada. Probably I'm gonna pick up a red during the Sephora sale, but oh my goodness, this is the shade Tiepolo. Here is Tiepolo. Tiepolo is a shade that I can wear with anything. And it feels so, so good. I apply this without a mirror and with Wild Abandon. I'm forever just like, I just need a little bit more. This is one that I'll take with me in my purse or sometimes even just in my pocket so I can pull it out and slap it on and keep going. I do really treat it like a lip balm, and I think it's because the shade is so light and so easy to wear. But this is one of those that I like the fact that the edge is not perfectly crisp. It's a little bit blurred. I think that's where that idea of a soft matte formula comes from, where it's not like crisp. They do have a different matte formula that is lovely. They're both really nice, but I just prefer this one, and I can't wait to get my hands on another one of these. Let's talk about color families. So these are the shades that I reach for the most within these color families. There's only 3 color families I'm doing today because my lips are like 21 lipsticks are all we can handle. Let's not do more than that. So let me put these on for you, starting with the nudes. I have always loved the YSL Rouge Volupté Shine, and when they reformulated and re-released it this year as the Love Shine lipsticks, very excited. This is the shade 201. It's the easiest pinky nude. It is so comfortable, and after swatching as many lip products as I have already and wiping them off, putting them on and wiping them off, this feels like a delightful treat. This does have a scent to it. This has kind of like that mango-y sweet scent that a lot of the products that come in this YSL type packaging have. I know that the Candy Glaze does, and the Candy Glow, as well as the Love Shine. So just keep that in mind. If you don't like fragranced lip products, you wouldn't like that, or either of the Dior lipsticks I've mentioned. Here's the Candy Glow. It's super easy to wear and so pretty. Another favorite nude is the shade Kitten Mischief from Lisa Eldridge. So this is a luxuriously lucent, and this is kind of like my perfect everyday nude. Another one of those that, can I use a mirror? Yeah. Do I have to? Nah. This is so easy. It goes with everything. I love that about it. It's a little bit warmer than this one here, but they're both kind of on the shiny, sheer side. Very easy, very low maintenance, and I love a low maintenance nude. Another nude lipstick that I love so much is this one from Merit. This is the shade 1990. It's a super easy to wear brown lipstick. Here is 1990. It is so easy to wear. I was thinking, I almost pulled out Meet Me in Berlin, and I was like, you know what? That showed up in my fall lipstick recommendations. Let me pull a different brown. I really love 1990 from Merit. By the way, if you're curious, 1990 and Lisa Eldridge Meet Me in Berlin are really similar. This one is easy to get because you can pick it up at a local Sephora, and it's $10 less than the one from Lisa Eldridge. Are they the same? No. Do I prefer the Lisa? Yeah, but I do really, really love the cream formula from Merit, and this shade in 1990 is such a versatile neutral shade of lipstick. Let's talk pinks. I'm not really a huge pink lipstick person, but I find that a lot of my, what I think are mauves, kind of fall more into that pink territory. And one of my favorites is from Chanel. This is the Rouge Cocoa in 434, Mademoiselle. I like how this is a pretty kind of cool leaning rosy tone where it's definitely a little bit on the cooler side, but it still brings life and vibrancy to the face. It's super comfortable to wear. Like the Lisa Eldridge Luxuriously Lucent, it does have kind of like that sheerness to it. You can build it up, of course, but it's very nourishing and very comforting on the lips. One thing I will say is there is a fragrance to this. Keep that in mind. But this is a lovely, lovely shade and looks so good on so many different people. Here's one of my favorite lipstick formulas and one of my favorite shades. It's from YSL. This is the Rouge Pure Couture, the Bold. And so the Bold is one of those kind of creamy, glossy lipsticks that gives you amazing pigment in one swipe. So this is a glossy, comfortable formula. I wore this so much last summer. I spent, I would say, a good 6 weeks of the summer putting this on nonstop. I kept it in my purse. I took it with me everywhere I went. Loved it so much. This is the shade 1968. And it is a beautiful, beautiful, I think this one is called Nude Statement 1968. It's fantastic. I love this. It's one of my most reached for pinks, and I'm not a pink lipstick kind of person. One of the brightest and prettiest pinks that I own that is unapologetically pink is a True Velvet from Lisa Eldridge. This is Velvet Pompadour. I love this pink. This is the pink when I want something that is bright but not a red. This is a sort of lipstick that I want to pull out on the days that I'm wearing a skin tint, a little bit of blush, a whisper of mascara, and some brows. I want a bold, punchy, in-your-face lipstick, and I love Velvet Pompadour. Here it is. I mean, very bright, very punchy compared to all the rest. But isn't she lovely? I love lipstick with my whole heart, and my favorite shade to wear is red. So of course, my favorite red lipstick is from Miss Lisa Eldridge, and this one is called Velvet Ribbon. By the way, I love this shade so much. This is my second tube of it. I had to go and get another tube because I finished my first. This might be the most perfect red ever. I love this. I see it used all the time in Hollywood films, on TV shows. It is such a well-loved shade of red. This is what it looks like. It's so pretty. And like the rest of the formulas from Lisa Eldridge, it's very nourishing and comfortable on the lips. This is the first lipstick shade that I got from Lisa and I fell in love with. She released with 3 reds back, was it 2018 when she did this, when she came out with her makeup line, and I bought all 3 reds, but this is the one that I kept reaching for. And I'll tell you, I am so head over heels for this formula, but especially this color, because Velvet Ribbon is just, it's my favorite. So the bonus lipstick that I put in my favorite lipsticks for fall was this. And this is one of my favorite shades of red. Another one of those from YSL, the Rouge Pure Couture, the Bold. But this is in shade number 1. All right, here is the one from YSL. This is the Bold in shade number 1. I love this lipstick. It's very similar in color to the Lisa Eldridge. I feel like Lisa's shade is, I don't know, maybe the shine on one looks a little bit different, but I feel like they're kind of similar. Maybe Lisa's is a hair darker. But for me, what really wins out for this is the shine as well as the way that it feels, because this is the 20th lip product I've applied and wiped off today. And I'll tell you, my lips, they've been put through the mill. But right now, putting this on, it's like, oh, it feels so good. I just want to keep putting on more. It is amazingly comfortable. And the other thing that's great is that I want a red that it's going to be what I call a low maintenance red. And all of the reds I have for you here today, the one from Lisa Eldridge, the one from YSL, they're all low maintenance reds, which mean that they are not going to find all those fine lines and trail out. They look better, of course, all of them look better with a lip liner, but these are reds that I frequently wear without a lip liner, and I'll be 50 in January. So I do have those fine lines around my lips. I do notice things like that. But for me, I want an easy red, one that's not going to get on my teeth, one that's not going to leave my lip line, one that's not going to settle into the lines on the surface of my lips and make my lips look dry and craggly. Both of these lipsticks are fantastic and definitely low maintenance. Last lipstick I have for you was kind of a surprise to me when I tried it for the first time at the beginning of this year, and it is from Carolina Herrera. This is one of her matte lipsticks, and this is in the shade Carolina, but it's a warm tomatoey red. So the Carolina is just a smidge warmer than the one from Lisa Eldridge and a little bit warmer than the one from YSL. But this is one of those that, like Lisa Eldridge, it is very creamy and it glides on the lips. It doesn't feel like it's a dry matte lipstick where it's tugging and it's pulling. And I can feel it on the surface of my lips as my lips are smushing together, that it feels like a cream lipstick. It feels cushy and soft and moisturizing, and that is really remarkable. I think the packaging is fun because you can get a different cap for this. This is one of those like the Guerlain or some of the Dior's where, you know, you pay for the lipstick and you pay for the packaging. This packaging isn't like the best. It's not magnetic, but it is red on the inside, and I liked the zebra stripe. So the zebra stripe with the gold accents I think is nice. They do sell magnetic tassels that you can hang from the bottom and charms that you can put on this little loop right here. But I feel like this was attractive enough and I didn't need any extra doodads on there, and it would be hard to store for me if it had charms and what have you on there. But I like the lipstick overall. I think it's really lovely, but for me, it's the color and the formula. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. I kind of didn't want to do this video because I was like, how am I going to decide? Keep in mind that my opinions are different each day based on my whim, you know, which way the air is blowing. Like it changes all the time, but certain things don't change. My love for lip products. And I feel like most of the ones that you saw here would be ones that if you were to ask me in a year, you know, share one of your favorite reds with me, I'd probably pull one of these three. I've been addicted to certain products for years and years and years and years. And so I feel like there are definitely, like, this top three is pretty reliable. Some of the shades might shift here and there, and I might discover a new formula that kind of makes me go, oh, wow. But these are the lippies that are definitely in my top three category-wise when it comes to lip products. Thank you so much for watching today. Boy, this was fun. But my lips are like, thank you. We get a break now and in a comfy lipstick. And I'm going to go the rest of this day in this beautiful red. But here's where I want to know, are you a lip fan? If you are, what's your favorite type of lip product? I know that some people only wear like glosses. Some people only wear balms. Some people only wear liquid lipsticks. And I think that if that is the sort of person you are, you have a favorite type in the lip genre, tell me what it is. Or if you have a favorite color that you realize you have, like, you know, 20 of in your collection, what is your preferred automatic go-to shade? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching today. I'll link as many of these as I can in the description box down below. Just keep in mind they're affiliate links. Use them, don't. That's totally up to you. When you do, it doesn't cost you any more, but it does help my channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.